Hey guys, my name is Okechika Twanya, also known as the Renaissance Negro, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about self-preservation in interracial relationships. My channel is going to be mainly on discussion topics and talking about different topics that can be quite heavy, and most people in my generation, I'm 16, we don't talk about stuff like this, so I never really have the chance to talk about stuff like this with my peers. So I'm going to use this channel to kind of just, use it as a creative outlet where I can talk to the camera and just discuss different topics and kind of build up my own opinion on different topics as well. And hopefully, when people start to subscribe, I can get comments back and we can have an open discussion. So, yeah, I said interracial relationships, and what I mean by that is two different people from two different cultures or backgrounds or ethnicities coming together, and self preservation. What I mean by that is knowing who you are and where you come from and wanting to preserve that. So if you're black Nigerian and you're getting into a relationship with someone who's from Thailand, you want to go into that relationship knowing who you are, knowing where your culture is from, so you can give your best self to your partner, whether it's your significant other, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. And that's really important, especially when it comes to having children, because when it's in interracial relationships, your child is going to have half of one side and half of the other. And it's even more so when the mother and father are from different parts of the world, or father and father, mother and mother, where even if you adopt a child, you need to bring the same level of history of knowledge into those relationships so your child can remain balanced, because there's a really kind of like key thing that happens to most interracial children, not most because I can't speak for all, but from my experiences with my friends and family, they kind of grow up feeling a bit conflicted and they don't know whether to choose one side or the other side. And using an example of a kind of basic black dad, white mum, just as an example of black mum, white dad, the son or daughter doesn't know whether to hang out with only white people or hang out with black people. They don't know who they are, so they have to kind of navigate the world, kind of looking, searching for where to fit in. And although that is good as well, because that helps build them up as a person and it teaches them to kind of know who they are, that's a journey in itself. But it would help if both of the parents knew who they are, know their history, know their culture, so that when they raise that child also knows their culture. So they know that, yeah, my mum, who's from England, does this is what's in their culture, this is their story. And my dad, who's from Nigeria, does this is his story, this is his culture. So when they grow up, they're rooted and they're secure in themselves and they can't be swayed by anybody who tells them, oh yeah, but you're half and half, blah, 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 blah. All of that will kind of slide off their shoulders because their parents have preserved their culture and their history. And there was a time where, even though it was life wasn't as good and technology might not have been advanced and the world isn't as small as it is today, wasn't as small as it is today, people were just used to getting on in their own cultures, in their own spaces, in their own groups. They would marry in together. They wouldn't kind of branch out, and branching out would seem like such a big thing. That's why there's loads of like movies and documentaries on interracial couples that fought for their love. And that is a great thing, fighting for your love, because some people do say that you can't choose who you fall in love with, and to fall in love with someone that might not be the same, from the same place as you, or does not look the same as you need to kind of come into that and say, I love this person, but we're not the same. And for us to kind of move on together, you can't compromise in those kind of relationships because you'll never be the same. If one person's black and white or Spanish or Hispanic or Latino or Polynesian, if they're Asian, if they're from India or China, wherever they're from in the world, if they're not rooted in their culture, if they don't know who they are, if they don't know their history and their knowledge, then when they enter that relationship, there'll be a compromise. They'll either give up themselves or the other person will give up themselves to please that relationship or to suit that relationship. And then that's where cracks come into place. So yeah, there's so many avenues, especially when it comes to interracial relationships or any relationships for that matter. There's so much you could talk about and discuss. So I think I'll just leave it here for now so I don't keep on going and rambling on. But there is so many things that you could talk about when it comes to self-preservation and interracial relationships and any relationship. So I think I'll just do this as a part one. I will carry on with self-preservation in some other videos. I will carry on with interracial relationships as well. And I want to talk about how when it's out of love and when someone is entering a relationship that's from with two different people from two different backgrounds and there's a motive behind it, like mixed babies, mixed kids and all that stuff. I'll talk about that in another video. And yeah, I just want to talk about loads of different topics. So this is my first kind of, introductory video. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. So stay tuned and thank you for watching.